Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. We're getting it ready. 44 minutes to countdown. 1 minute, baby. Let's get it going. We're about to start the show. Yeah. Wow. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. With an intro like that, we got to come so strong, so hard, and so amazing. Shout out to everybody here on the live. It's Fed Day. You know, we're getting ready for Jerome Powell, man. I got my American politician attire on. We're ready to hit the streets, baby. Shout out to everybody here. Let's get that live stream going on. Bang, bang, bang. Let's get that music playing, back up and running. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in, getting the music up, getting the energy up, getting the vibes up. Did you work out today? I did. Me and my wife worked out. God bless my wife. Love working out with my wife, baby. I love you, baby. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all. Bang, bang, bang. And we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. We're going to break down what's happening in the markets. Right now, you can see people buying up BTC. I've been buying up BTC anywhere between 15 and 25,000. To me is an absolute steal. God bless everybody here on the live. Appreciate you all for being here. All right. And this is what I have for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's pretty, likes to stay stagnant. Yesterday, we were at 27,150. And I said, we're likely to go sideways until the Fed meeting. And I posted that to my trading group. And look, we're pretty sideways. You know what I mean? Bang, bang, bang. So, yeah. So we can see this up and down movement is getting tighter and tighter in the zone, And, the Irish saying, man, say nothing till you hear more. If you don't know what you know, then just don't talk about it. So right now, look, the 7-minute does want to bang to the downside here. Looking nasty. I'll be honest with you. Right now, the 7-minute wants to break us to the downside. All right, we could open this up, though, and it gives us room to come all the way back down to 27 even. Even wick down here and get some shorts, some longs liquidated, and still rip us right back up into the pattern. So as long as we stay inside this pattern, I'm chill. I did mention to my trading group, this kind of had a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder vibe, but it did break down. It broke the neckline, the head and shoulder broke to the downside. But I also mentioned this could be kind of an Adam and Eve double top, right? And this is a double top of sorts, in my humble opinion. You have a heavy resistance at 27,481. And we'll break down all the fun stuff for you. Bitcoin getting a little bit of a liquidation here on BOOKMAP. All right. Look, you can see we just caught a little bit of a long liquidation there. 65,003 accounts getting liquidated. What is this? This is a heat map order book. BOOKMAP shows you where the liquidity is. There's liquidity here. There's liquidity there. It shows you where the money is. All right, right now there's a guy that wants to buy a lot of Bitcoin at 26.8. He's the closest order, but there's a huge order up at 27,800. So they got us kind of in between 26.8 and 27.8. Usually you do go to the downside first. I wouldn't be surprised if they whipped us down into some fear, caught some, longs right here, stopped them all out, and then whipped us back to the upside. The 1 hour time frame looks good. The 4 hour time frame looks good. Whenever the 1 hour and the 4 hour are both oversold, I usually take a scalp. It's a good indication that the scalp is going to play out. If you're new and you're just trading with me, I trade stochastics, RSI, and I trade time frames. And what I do is if I'm going to scalp the 15, I make sure the 1 and the 4 hour are both oversold below the dotted line approaching. I make sure the bigger time frames are with me before I get into a smaller time frame. You probably heard this before, but I can perfect it for you and teach you even how to pinpoint it and get even more accurate. I can teach you how to use smaller time frames to pinpoint exactly where to enter. Bang, bang, bang. Can we take a look at Bitcoin dominant semi? We will, for sure we will. And that's the thing about this channel, everyone. We look at Bitcoin. We look at the NASDAQ. We look at the S&P futures. We look at the DXY. We're going to break down it all for you today so you don't have to worry. We call it the show, actually. It's an actual list here that I have on inside of my trading view. And the show really breaks us down and tells us what's going down. All right. So where are you? There it is, the show. And the show has basically everything we need. The DXY, Total 3, Bitcoin 3L3S, Total DeFi, Total 2, Total DXY, Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, ETH versus Bitcoin, the S&P 500 gold, the Dow Jones Industrial. It's really a list for the centuries, right? So the first thing I'm going to take a look at is the dollar index, the DXY. All right. I go to a different one, the TVC here. So here's the deal. The daily pointing to the downside. We've been calling for a move down for the dollar now. Boom. We have a red candle here today. We would like this daily candle to close nice and red. We'll check back in at 8 p.m. tonight. I would like to see this daily candle close red. We have a bearish div here on my indicators. I even found it here on the RSI. Lack of momentum, bullish momentum on the MACD, suggesting that we are going to fall further to the downside. Last time we had lack of momentum there. We got a nice dump to the downside. I'm looking for the dollar to make a nasty move down. All right. at least to test 103.43, and then we will go from there. And that's what we're looking at on the daily time frame for the dollar. All right. Dollar bill, yeah, Sam, throwing out some alpha. Take some notes. Thank you, brother. Sam is the hardest working, most dedicated mentor in the game. Sam, what lows can we expect after FOMC? You know what I'll tell you about being a mentor and being a leader of a trading group? When you take care of your people will take care of you. Sam Price, put that on my gravestone, man. When you take care of your people will take care of you, man. You know what I mean? When you're good to God's people, when you mention God's name regularly, when you submit to God and you're loyal to God, I mean, the maker of this world gives you everything. He opens the key to the city for you. And I'm telling you right now, I'm so happy that I was let in and that I understood. And but I went through a lot of pain and anguish to get where I'm at. And God did not make it easy, I'll tell you right now. He challenged me so hard for me to find my way. But now I'm here. You know what? I believe I could pass in peace, man. There was for a long time I could not pass in peace. I was not at peace. I didn't know what was going to happen to I didn't know. I wasn't at peace with my destiny. I wasn't achieving my goals. Now I can see myself on my way exactly where I want to go. God bless each and every one of you. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. Let's decalcify the pineal gland. Let's stay disciplined. Let's do the right thing for our mind, body, and soul and keep ourselves pushing every single day. God bless you all. This is the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. There's my beautiful wife. What can I get you for? What? Huh? Always trying to take my wallet. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I'm just joking. All right, let's take a look here. So, look, resistance at 106 trillion. However, no matter how hard they tried, they did wick us down there just a couple days below $1 trillion, but we were able to bounce right back. We still unable to get back above the zone, but I've been watching this consolidation. Bit of a double bottom here off of $979 billion. The daily's still a little hot, but that three-day just getting started. So if we can focus on the three-day chart and nothing more, this thing had a hidden bullish divergence as it was swinging to the upside and swinging to the downside, and it's pushing up. It's going to have to get above this resistance here, 1.075, and boom, to this point of control, and we'll go from there. But right now, we are getting tweezer tops. This three-day chart closes in 1 day, in 10 hours, and so tomorrow night, I believe, we'll see what happens there. Thursday night, the three-day chart will close. It would be really nice if we closed above this level, and if we didn't make such big of a wick, if we came up further and the wick was even smaller, or we even went up further, to the upside here. So we'll be watching this closely. This is the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency, all right? Just so you know, in case you didn't, all right? Total market cap. So we just looked at the DXY, which looks, the daily wants to come down on us. And we're going to keep checking it every couple of days, but the daily suggests that we have more downside on the DXY, which doesn't mean Bitcoin can't dump. They could dump together, all right? Hit the like for this guy. He smashed it every day for you guys. A little thank you, and it costs nothing. He's too nice to ask you himself. Shout out to D-Gen Tolman, Rick Wilson in the house. Shout out to Van Physiolato. Shout out to Hunches. Shout out to Crypto Bellico. Shout out to Agus. Shout out to Zeus Cash in the house. Shout out to Crypto to the Grave, baby. Bitcoin to 1 mil next week, my man. Shout out to God is Love. Shout out to BitRise on MEXC, not BitGert. We'll take a look at BitRise. Isn't that B-Rise, though? B-Rise. Sergeant to Step Pepper in the house. Step and Pepper. Step Pepper, baby. Psychologically being. Sean Carr, Hunches, G. Bain, Bro Tip, and JW Gaming J in due time. Twin City in the house. Twin City old but good, man. And so many, and Manus Druha, Bro Tip, Seize Crypto, Dala Crypto, and Phantom Lord. Wow, so many cool people here. Dana Schwartz, J Soul 84. And where's Dustin Calva on a Wednesday when you need him? Shout out to Sean, Mike Volmer, D Shuffle, Ray Gutowski. Shout out to Ray, man. We love you. It's funny, Ray. Are you related? Is that the Ray? Are you related to me, Ray Gutowski? I'm related to the Gutowski family. It might be Gustowski. No, Gutowski. I think it's Gutowski. Are you Ray? Are you related to me? Were you at the family parties? He's probably going to say no, but let me know. Ray, the only reason is because my dad's mother's sister married a Katowski. So there's a group of, they have my blood. You know, they have my blood because they have the blood from my dad's mom and sister. So we have the same blood, the Katowski family and me. So the Polish Jewish family and an Irish kid from Boston, we share the same blood. That's why you never know, man. That's why racism is ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. If you really, really found out who you were, you'd find out you might even, you know, people, you know, it's an oxymoron what I mean. You might be mean to someone that you're actually related to. Sam, could you explain the significance of the big red dot? Sam, you have packages for Trading Group. Also, when I join, how can I get educated content? It's all there waiting for you. Just get in there. But we all have life or blood, baby. I'm your long-lost brother, Mark, dude. It's been so long, Mark. How you been, man? Merk Wahlberg. You're funny. Merk Wahlberg. You gotta love that. I'll murk you, bro. I'm just joking. I'm not saying I'm gonna murk you. Me and my friends used to say that back in the day. Yo, we got murked, bro. Don't get murked out here, man. It's street slang for getting taken out the game, you know? Smash the like button, people. Join on Monday. I learned from you, from your long library. Thank you. Amen. The best in the game. Shout out to Venzi. Full moon in 9 days. Do we dump then pump? Anything is possible. I have a Jewish family in Poland. Yep, see? Sam was the man. Jebitron, I love you. But he got murked. Yo, my man's got murked. Yo, your man's got murked. All right, let's take a look at U.S. Tether dominance. I know, and you know what? September is usually a nasty month, and I shouldn't say it out loud. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. You might have known, but what I am saying is, you know, let's see if we can get through September unscathed. How's that? That's, yeah. Look at this, U.S. Tether dominance, and I keep pointing this out and talking about it, but you're swinging to the upside here on the RSI, but you're swinging to the downside here. So you have hidden bearish on the 3-day chart starting to play out, and you have hidden bullish for Bitcoin. I mean, and the dollar wants to drop. It's telling me the dollar drops, Tether drops, and we get a move for Bitcoin here the last week of September into October, and October begins bullish as we run in to my dad's birthday. You know what's crazy? My dad passed away May 1st. All right, I lost my father this year unexpectedly to a massive heart attack out of nowhere. One morning, my mom said, your dad's getting airlifted to the hospital, and I was on my live stream. I finished the live stream, looked at the text. It was 11:40. Next thing you know, I was in the hospital. I watched my dad. I stayed in the room all day with him. He was not responsive. I actually had to wait 4 hours till I got to the 4 o'clock. I got into the the ER room that they had, or the intensive care unit. I held his hand. I knew he was gone. It was so surreal to know that my dad was gone. And I sat there in that room just like, I couldn't believe it. Then I knew that my sisters, I was gonna have to call my mom and dad, my mom, and then they said we want to do dialysis, but I said no. Like, we had to figure out. You know, the doctors hover around you. I'm the only one there alone. I call my mom. I have to have a heart-to-heart with my mom, and I have to say, listen, even if we give him dialysis and we bring this man back to life, his back is in so much pain. He's been telling us that he basically was on his way out. He looked me dead in the face. I want to die. You know, I'm ready. He basically said I'm dying, you know. And the point of the story is his birthday is my daughter's birthday. They share a birthday. You know, who would have thought? So, I'm so grateful for that. So, on my daughter's birthday, I'm going to go to... My dad didn't get buried. He was cremated. But he loved it. You know, I know we only have one grave, my grandfather's grave. But I'm going to go to my grandfather's grave and leave flowers for my grandfather and my dad. Every time on my daughter's birthday. That's going to be my new thing. Anyway, let's get back to brass tacks. Tether dominance moving to the downside here on the 3-day chart, you know, and that's likely to continue to the downside. I trust my Stokes. When the Stokes are pointing down like that and momentum's to the downside, very likely you're for the, and then you got a nice, you know, high volume node that wants to suck up liquidity, you know, and I know it's not a coin, but so we have hidden bearish div, which is clear as day, right? We had it here before and it played out very nicely too as well. And we may just come to the bottom of the trend line, and we're also in a pattern trading. Turning into a symmetrical triangle that could even break to the downside. So I see Tether dominance letting go here. All right. So that should give Bitcoin dominance a push to the upside. So Bitcoin dominance, look, about to cross the dotted line, getting some love. And we want to see Bitcoin dominance break to the upside. All right. Now watch your altcoins and your BTC pairs. They could take a bit of a hit. All right. And look at Bitcoin dominance back to 50. you kind of have to like, whoa, like you have to step back there. 50 is a big number. And honestly, when the ETFs explode, and why do you think Bitcoin dominance is going up? Because behind the scenes, they are buying so much Bitcoin over the counter right now, ETF style, where people aren't able to see what's happening. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to look back on these days a year from now, 2 years from now, and I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taking as financial advice. But I know the people that did not buy, that are interested in crypto. Some people didn't care, and I get it. But the people that are interested in crypto and love cryptocurrency and that are building a bag, if you don't take advantage of this at this time in place, you know. So look, when Bitcoin dominance wants to pump on the 4-hour time frame, and let's take a look back at US Tether dominance. If that wants to dump on the 4-hour time frame, if they are invert, yeah, it's starting to get overbought, and you're kind of making, to me, a symmetrical triangle at the end of a bearish one too, you know. That's likely to take a dump, in my humble opinion. You got some bullish divergence there, but can you get back above the resistance is the key. So, you know. So today could be a great day because we could get a fall down in Tether dominance and a pump up in Bitcoin dominance, which would mean money is flowing out of Tether into Bitcoin, all right? Which would propel Bitcoin to the upside. I'm long right now. The 4 hour is about to explode. You can clearly see it. That's a cup and a handle on the 4-hour time frame. Savvy, cup and handy, baby. And you know what? 1 out of every 30 days, you'll get a trade. I'll get a trade that just feels so right. You know it's going to play out. You open it, it plays out. You take your money. It's amazing. It's rare. It doesn't happen a lot. But as a trader, there are some days where and I don't like using the word easy, but some days it feels easier than ever. You're just like, that's what's going to happen. This 4 hour is low, high. You have a high, you have a low. You have a higher high, you have a higher low. It's a mini uptrend right there. You just had a golden cross on the 4 hour time frame. You're oversold. And then again, what I showed my students this morning, from the dotted line to the dotted line, you have to understand this is a momentum indicator. Let me break down why I trade stochastics RSI. Some other people have been kind of confused. Let me talk about it, and let me tell you why. Who here wants to know why I trade the stochastics RSI? It feels easy when having a mentor like you. Shout out to Barbara. Shout out to Barbara Trader Joe. Hey, God bless you. It's all good, Sam. Head up, brother. God planned the dates the way it was for a reason. You're a great teacher, great son, great father. Your pop's watching down at you smiling. Stay blessed, man. God bless you. Sam, you nailed PERP yesterday to the T. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Joe Afeo. I appreciate you, man. Watching the DXY, people, that's going to be a big factor. Shout out from the Philippines. God bless you, Peter Baldovino. Shout out to Hassan Kamal, my man. There's only one Sam and 1 billion YouTubers. It's a lagging indicator, but Sam front runs it. Honestly, it's not lagging. I'm going to break it down for you. I don't know who calls it lagging. You know what I mean? Anyway, here's my post here in the trading group. The stochastics RSI is a technical indicator used to measure the strength and weakness of relative strength indicator over a set period of time. It is based on the idea that the market momentum changes direction much faster than volume or price. See, everyone's looking at the money and the volume, right? You notice how I don't really notice? You don't hear me talk about the VWAP. You don't hear me talk about volume a lot. I mean, I look at how volume and price are associated through divergences. But you don't see me say, oh, wait for the volume. You know, I had a mentor who used to tell me, wait for volume. It never made sense to me. It never made sense to me. It really didn't. And I was like, I'm just going to buy the lows. You know what I mean? Anyway, it's based on the idea that the market momentum changes direction faster than the volume or price. See, I want to get in before the volume. I don't want to wait for volume unless I'm getting it on a retest. That's a little different, fine. But if I'm not getting it on a retest and I'm buying the divergence, the volume hasn't occurred yet, right? I'm buying short volume, really. I'm buying sell volume technically when I'm getting in, or maybe the very beginnings of a possible bid. So the volume comes in, I'm getting paid. I'm selling into volume. Like, you know what I mean? My strategy will have you in before volume even occurs. You're not waiting for the volume. You know what I mean? I don't know. You're looking for divergences in volume. You're looking for swing down, swing up and stuff like that, and I'll teach you that stuff. But that's, you know. Anyway, do you see the possibility for 23K in the next few days? Once this bull run kicks off, we're all flush. We need to have a big lifer 99 beat up. Yep, exactly. God bless you and your family for your dad, I'm sure. Thank you. God bless you. You're a great legacy for your father. Much love. And I don't know if this dude's really... I shouldn't even troll this guy, but if you're really calling me an emotional wreck, come to my house and say it to my face. You know, I shouldn't say that, but... Anyway, I'm moving on. Love the alpha right now. Hope you're taking notes. He's probably not talking about me. He's probably talking about somebody else. Usually, that's what the case, and I'm going to assume that, so I don't have to, you know what I mean? He's probably talking about somebody else, but who knows? All right, I should have just not mentioned it. It is a momentum indicator. Let's go back to the brass tacks. Let's get back to teaching. So it can be used to predict the direction of a market movement. Stochastic's RSI ranges between 0 and 1 and is created by applying the stochastic oscillator formula to a set of RSI values rather than the standard price data. It is a momentum indicator that measures the speed of change of price or the impulse of price by comparing an asset's closing price against its price range over a given time period. It can be used to identify the short-term trend and signal trends and reversals. However, is it important to have suitable risk management measures in place such as stops and limits, as the market may sustain overbought or oversold conditions for long periods of time without reversing. This is why I'm mainly called a momentum trader. Momentum is my focus. I can sense when the shorts are lacking and or the bulls are about to push. It's all in the stochastics. So the stochastics are a mentor indicator. You know what I mean? Anyway. The high frequency in the game. Lifer, you know how to throw. Shout out to everybody in the house. Extra waterworks today. Do you see possibility for 23K? Yeah, man. Big Beans, I love you, man, but I'm going to remove you, man. I'm not into the low frequency behavior, so I'm just going to remove you and move on. It's weird because you're a member, but I'm just going to move on, man. I'm not into it, you know? I'm going to remove you, man, for the day, and I hope you're having a good day. God bless you and love to you, but I don't deal with people that are negative to me. I just move on from negative people. I don't do it. So God bless you. Have a wonderful day. I hope you're feeling better, but yeah, I don't need it in my life, man. If I see negativity, I remove it immediately. That's a sign of a successful person. A lot of my successes came from knowing, because I'm being honest, I used to be confused a lot. I'd be around someone, I'd be like, I don't think this person's good for me, and I'd keep them around. And a year or two would go by, and then something bad would happen, and then things would go bad in my life, and I'd be like, man, I kind of should have known, you know? So now, the second someone's negative, they just get cut off immediately. I move on immediately, and I don't even think about it again. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're going to hit 100K. Yeah. So the second, and again, I'm using this moment as a teaching lesson. Remove negative people out of your life as soon as you can, everybody. As soon as you can. Do not allow them to stay not 1 minute. Not 1 minute, not 1 second. They will suck your energy. They will lower your frequency. Look how this person already stole so much of the show being negative. You know what I mean? Let's move on. Anyway, but what I wanted to do is turn it into a positive teaching moment. And so actually, I didn't think they stole the show. They actually gave us a moment to reflect and realize, you know what? All my wins came from cutting negative people off very fast. Because once I cut that negative person off, I gave space for what? A positive person to enter my life. Boom. You know what I mean? If we have any talks, Bitcoin, see what this guy just said, Stas. He said, opinion on CHR, getting tight, but the volume is low. See, I don't trade on the volume. You know what I mean? To me, that's fine. Right? So. You seem like a good dad teaching us all, man. Thank you, man. Wow, that's pretty crazy. You just said, yeah. This guy said, you're right, man. I should get rid of my wife. Oh, my gosh. Jesus. I hope she's not that negative, man. You're a great man, Sam. Much love. Shout out to a lot more crypto. I got a lot of crypto, but I need a lot more. I love this guy. A lot more crypto, man. I'm not a volume guy either. All RSI and divvies, savage traders like the lifer. My man. Love you, brother. We love you, man. Love you, too. Proud of you. Protect your space, Sammy, and keep it positive. You got it, brother. Just joined the 99. Love the value. Birdman. God bless you. Thank you for jumping on in. Is this Chinese arbitrage true? It could be. You never know. And look, Bitcoin, where is it at? 27,160, 27,150. Exactly where we were on the live stream yesterday. Sideways, right? So expect sideways price action until the Fed comes in. The Stokes say a big move is coming to the upside. The 4 hour says a big move is coming to the upside. I'm playing the trend. We have a high, we have a low, we have a higher high, we have a higher low. I expect a higher high. Simple stuff to me. I'm trading an ascending triangle. You know, I'm at the bottom of the trend, a falling wedge, cup and handle. The measured move of the cup and handle is 28,156. I'm long. I've been long. And there you go. It is what it is. So, and I'm in a position. I'm open, you know. I'm staying to it. So, listen, Lifer. It's got to where you is. Do not change. This is where the best, in my opinion. You're not afraid to be yourself and feel emotions that we all feel. It's beautiful. Shout out to Stephen Campione. Oh, God bless you, man. I would do it 100 times over, man. And you know what? It's my life. I lost my father, man. Sometimes when you think about the loss of your father, like, some days you can talk about it and it won't even, you can plow right through. But there's some days, you know, there's a moment where it hits you, man. You know, and I realized with you know what? I came to this determination with everybody that I'm going to be going on my daughter's birthday, you know, maybe at night by myself, whatever it is. And I'm going to go put some flowers on that grave, man. Clean it up, wipe it down. I'll bring some spray. Sometimes, you know, just make it look nice and beautiful. And have a moment with my dad and a moment with myself and, you know, whatever. See, I didn't know I was going to do it till I said it to everybody here. So that's why it hit me so hard, because I love y'all so much. You're my family. I share a lot with you guys on this live stream. I really do, because it's every single day. You guys see my life. It's in real life. So that's Bitcoin. There's really nothing much to say here. The 15-minute says it can dump on us. Watch the 15-minute. It could create a nasty, horrible dump. We do have a kind of a double top here. 1, 2. We couldn't get above resistance. There's resistance at 27.2. This stochastic could turn us down and we could take a nasty dump. So a small time frame. What you want to really watch is to see if this stochastic will reset. Go halfway or reset all the way. When it resets, are we still inside the pattern? Any chance you could teach a class after 12 p.m. Eastern? Took the leverage class and would like to take the other as well. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, we could figure it out. You know what I mean? You can also grab a copy of the class if you really, really need, right? And pretty in-depth and breaks it down. All right. Sounds good. I got to my father's grave and clean it up. Have those talks. See, there you go, man. See, now someone else might do what I just said. And it might give them some closure. Might give them a moment, you know? And so that's why you open up, too. One person today might have gotten something out of what I said today. And it may be more than trading, you know? Love you too, Sammy. Shout out to Master Friend, man. God bless you, man. You're my buddy, man. Thank you for always being there for us and the trading group. Thank you for bringing such an element of class, respect, and honor to the trading group. And, hey, thank you for becoming a close mentor, letting me mentor you kind of in a way, and you teaching me too as well, man. It's such a beautiful relationship. God bless you, Master Friend. Thank you for everything. You're a winner. The loss is great, and often you come out stronger. Beautiful to see you feel, to see your emotion. Only real men dare to cry. Only remember, that's what I love about the Big Lebowski. Strong men also cry. Strong men also cry. He's like, oh, I can't say it, but he's like, oh, shit, man. It's so funny, man. Oh, he's F&A, man. He's in the dude. He's like, F&A, man. The Big Lebowski, the funniest movie ever, man. Coitus, the fictional acts of love. Do you suggest? Oh my gosh. Lifer, I found you because of Bitcoin a year ago, but I stayed for your energy, frequency, and your overall knowledge of things. Shout out to Marco369. And everyone, you want something to happen in your life, 369. Wake up and say it 3 times in the morning. All right? Wake up and say it 3 times in the middle of the day. Write it down 9 times and put it under your pillow. Do it over and over again until you receive the thing that you're writing, talking, and focused on. 369. It'll happen for you if you focus on it. All right? When is the Fed meeting? It's usually around 2 p.m. All right? The Federal Reserve. I usually go to the Federal Reserve. They got a YouTube channel. And if you go to the live, they usually have it set. Today, they haven't set yet. But it's 2:30. It's always 2:30 p.m. All right. It'll be today at 2:30. I'll come live at about 2:20. We'll get situated, and then we'll bounce on into the meeting. All right. The 15-minute does look like we could take a nasty dump to the downside. Watch the 15-minute time frame regardless of the Fed meeting. Just look at your TA. That's another thing, too. Don't let the news take you off your technical analysis. Like yes, there could be news, but that's an overbought stochastic, right? And we know we have to hold the trend. You know, like, don't lose focus on what you know just because the market may but know that the market may take a move too. Like, just be conscious of everything, but don't lose focus of your TA. This is still a cup and handle that could still play it out. It technically has broken out, right? Look, the falling wedge technically broke out. Played some games. We're above the 200 SMA. We got tight moving averages. There's a chance you're looking at this tiny, see this? There's a little ascending triangle here too. The cool thing about TA is you start to just see so much, and that could break out too. So only time will tell. Let's see what this 15-minute and the 5 of the 7 can do here. And honestly, if we break above this, retesting 27.2 would be a beautiful move out, because that's a resistance and resistance there. So you're looking for the retest of 27.2. You're looking for the breakout locally. Then we're going to come for this next 27.4. And we know the levels to watch. This comes down and does a bearish retest. It's going to come for here. If it loses 26.939, right? 26.9, and we all know 26.900, 26, that area is going to drop, and we're going to go down to 26.2. So we got our measured moves. We know the areas to watch, and we are open-minded that Bitcoin could do anything. And we know that we don't know what Bitcoin's going to do. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, but I have my studies and I have my years of probability based on what I'm looking at, and I'm going to go from there. All right? And that's basically what trading is. You're not predicting anything in trading. You're simply using probability, everyone. That's it. That is it. Shout out to the 663 people on the live, 253 likes, $33.50 in chat revenue. Thank you so much for jumping on in and being a part of the live, baby. We really, really appreciate it. 27,489 is the main resistance there at the top of this bigger channel too as well. And I'm long. And you can see my stop loss. You can see my take profit. You can see it's a 2.95 risk-reward ratio. It's about a 3-to-1. We're above the POC there, this high-volume node. And, if we lose it, we're going to gap right back down here to 26.7. We might stop there and not go all the way lower and get a bit of a double bottom here. See that? So I'm also looking for this to possibly play out as a double bottom. We'll be here watching. 7-minute does look a little overbought. The 50-minute does look a little overbought. And most likely we go sideways until the Fed meeting. That's just kind of how price action works. You can even see how it's moving right now. Just like waiting. It feels like it's in waiting, right? We do have this low order, and we have 27.8, 26.8. Nothing's really changed on BOOKMAP. Link in the description below to BOOKMAP. Jump on in. And, I'm not a financial advisor, but I do talk about different things and different options. And I work with many different companies. They love you guys. They watch me, and then they send me an email, and they say, man, we love the energy. We love the community. And if I like the product enough, if it makes sense enough, I'll talk about it. And, ITrust Capital really made a great impression on me, and they supported the channel, sponsored the channel. This is a sponsored, advertisement from ITrust Capital. They're amazing. All right. You got to love them. Link in the description below, QR code right there. And if you want to have an IRA, Roth IRA, tax-free cryptocurrency holdings, and they're regulatory. Like, they've done it so well, better than almost any other company out there. I don't see anyone touching them, really. And they have the best assets, not everything, but enough to really keep you covered. And, they had Shiba Inu in there. I was thinking, what if you buy 1 Bitcoin? Then you put half in SHIB, and SHIB does a 10x. You sell it off. You turn half a Bitcoin into 5 Bitcoins. You stash it. 20 years later, I'm 40, I'm 59, I take it out. There's 5, 6, 7 million in there. And I started with 30 grand. And I hand over my daughter a pretty nice, nest egg for herself. And it just becomes, and it's tax free when these are just, that's the best case scenario, and it's beautiful, but it can happen. ITrust Capital today, I'm telling you right now, blow your mind. So SHIB's 10x is nothing. You're funny, right? No, I know, but that still would be an amazing, people are greedy, Started with them, great company, very knowledgeable about tax harvest and the wash sale rule. Yep. You got to know your rules. They can help you save money when you know what you can do and you can't do. LOOM network just banging to the upside, one of the bigger winners today, absolutely exploding. Let's see if there's anything we could have seen on it. Really just got blasted. Really have to go to the small time frames to track it. Maybe even the 15. Made little flags on the way up. Could it continue to the upside? I wouldn't chase something that's pumped like that. I'd wait for the 1 hour to get all the way back down to the 21-day moving average before I even thought about it. Wow, movie block getting blasted. Look, there's still gains out here. AZERO, Metis. Bang, bang, bang. I was talking about FITFI PERP last night. The perpetual contract on MEXC. Looking nice to me for a gain. It was in the falling wedge. I put it out to the trading group. Bang, this thing boomed up. Wasn't a huge gain, but 8%. But at 10x leverage, that's 80% gains. I mean, and that thing didn't even come close to the stop loss and just took off. FITFI for massive gain. You know, not massive, but yeah, I'd say massive gains because 8% on my perpetual is amazing, you know. So I'm usually trading 40 to 50x. So that would be like, wow, right? That would be about like 300% gains. CAS looking like it's retesting support on the 4 hour time frame. We'll take a look at Casper, and people send in a super chat for TA and deep dives. If you want to know about a coin or something like that, you know, if you want to know about the market cap, you want to look at something, you want to know like kind of what my idea of how high something can get, stuff like that. That's fun for me. I love doing stuff like that. Let me know. All right. And then PERP too. The PERP protocol was also on MEXC. That thing banged for 10% and continued to boom. Well, it hit a retest here and continue to move here off of this kind of like what looks like. No. Yeah. Let's keep it real. Okay, why do you say Casper when you say Caspa? I don't know what this guy's saying. Anyway, shout out to everybody here on the live because I'm from Boston, so I say Caspa. You know, so Caspa and Caspa sound exactly the same. Someone from Boston. You want me to say Caspa with a K, right? Let's take a look at Caspa. Puh. All right, not There's Casper and there's Caspa. All right. Jason Casper, right? And Caspa. Caspa could be retesting right here for a possible move further to the upside. We've been seeing many a retest recently of the ascending triangle. It's actually been a little bit of a fad recently. Played out really nicely for a safe pal, if you remember. I do see a bearish div on the 4 hour time frame. Let's take a look. The 1 hour wants to get a big bounce here to the upside. That could be a beautiful bounce. If Bitcoin gets the bounce, this too will also get a bounce off this 5 cent region, retesting the previous highs. 4 hour time frame wants to dump on you though. So I really wouldn't, you're trading against the 4 hour at the present moment with a bearish div. I was pointing out yesterday, the last time we saw a 4 hour bearish div, it looked just like this, right? So we had one kind of there, but it wasn't, that one swing up, that's swinging up. It wasn't as sharp. Like that's a clear downtrend, right? And we didn't really, that one was a downtrend. Well, that, we didn't really, that was an uptrend, when an uptrend. That's a clear downtrend on the RSI. Uptrend there. Shout out to Crypto Plumber. Funny, AZERO is a coin I see people just, giant M-Pen forwarding on the weekly. Yeah, like to me, it's a giant double top. But I mean, it has legs on the 4 day. The 3 day says it continue up. The daily's just overbought. 22 hours not to beat. And honestly, it could be making, I've seen this before. It could be making just a giant rising wedge. And this thing could just go absolutely parabolic. Like it could, all the way up to 7 cents. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but you have to be open-minded to the fact that that could happen. Also, what I'm seeing here, what I didn't see before, shoulder, head. Could that be an inverted head and shoulder that breaks you up too? You flip that upside down, everyone would be calling that a head and shoulder the other way, wouldn't they? I mean, So, I don't know. That's interesting to me. I didn't see that before. That just came out of nowhere. Like, I don't try to hold back. That was my subconscious mind just throwing out what it's seen before in the past and saying, hey, this could happen, right? Let's wait on the 4 hour. You want to see if the 4 hour can dump, or if this 1 hour can defy the 4. This 1 hour can start to pump. What will happen is the 4 hour will bend with the 1. And so as the 1 hour pumps, you'll see the 4 hour come, and then the 4 hour will bend, and you'll come back up. You'll come back up here. Then you'll have a double top again, though. It'll be interesting, and then you'll get tight in the zone. The key is if you can SR flip 5 cents and never get back below it, You know, you could make an M up here and start to dump too. I'm very wary of that bearish div though on the 4-hour time frame. Tells me to be careful for Caspa. Again, I did not get back in. I did miss my opportunity. I was a little too cocky. I felt like that price, like, you know, when he came back down here, and honestly, it kind of did the Adam and Eve double bottom. It did, you know, it did a triple bottom really there. But it was, you know, the last time it did the same thing, it faked up and then it started to move down. So I was looking at this as the fake out. We got pressed, right? The new miner's coming. We're still double topping with some bearish divot. I'm getting mixed signals, right? I believe Caspa is going to be great long term, all right? Yeah, Caspa has incredible sentiment and community. Yes, I believe it too. Caspa versus Casper. I think Caspa is a way better than Casper. Yeah, the A, I believe, will outpace the error. But I own both, and we'll see what happens. So don't forget, this could be a rising wedge that breaks out in an insane way. All right? And I see what this person's saying. So watch this closely. If this starts to break out, you know, 15-minute wants to take you down. We'll see, though. Right? Like it's in a bear flag. You could almost say the 15 minutes in a bear flag here, and it just wants to dump. Just be careful. Anything is possible. Like what the? I keep doing deep house. It's like I'm more on it today than I've been though. I'd be careful. The key is this resistance here. You flip this resistance, then things start to change, right? So you boom, and you come down for the retest. That would be the place you'd feel safer for the move. 5-1, because it would feel like you'd broken out of this resistance, this diagonal resistance. All right. Keep a loose look at BLZ. Where do you see the top for a possible reverse? 22-ish. Thank you, Sammy. Shout out to Sniper Paul. God bless you for the super chat. Hey, Lover, can you give us 2 scenarios of what can happen today with Bitcoin, especially with the rates? I did already. I did that already. I can do it real quick because I'm nice, but I really did it already. You know I spent like my first 45 minutes on Bitcoin, man. Here it is. Bitcoin's in an asymmetrical, an ascending triangle right now, okay? That's what's going on. It's either going to break up here, get tighter in the zone, and then possibly get a nice breakout to the upside. Rate hike comes, we get a push up, we could retest, and then this thing is gone. But they could use this information to bring us back down, wick us back inside the pattern, and then break us out. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not a magician, and I'm not a psychic. I'm a probability guy that knows how these oscillators work and how they form with price action, you know. The idea is, whatever happens, if this falls down and does a bearish retest, we are going to short down. If it stays, I'm in a long right now, so I'm already long. You do whatever makes you happy. I've already claimed long, all right? And we'll see what happens. Right. Please take a look at Trump 24 coin on MEXC. Okay. Can't bring myself to green when Sammy wears that beautiful red tie. Caspa is strong. It'll never let you lose 700K. Funny. A great way to stay in touch with your lifer community. Everyone, we have an amazing thing I want to talk about, which I don't bring up enough. And that's our weekly newsletter. Comes out every Monday. And it's amazing. It blows my mind. It's like, you know, me and our staff and team work on it together. They take ideas that I'm going throughout the week, things that I brought up, and they break them down. And the newsletter is absolutely wonderful. It blows my mind how strong and amazing it is. So if I were you, I would jump on in to that newsletter every single week. It'll blow your mind. It's also a good way to stay connected to us. All right. So, bang. Let me even just give you a piece of what it looks like. I mean, I find it absolutely amazing. Talk about key levels. We break down so much, man. I don't want to show. It's kind of like I got to show my email in a way. I guess there's nothing there. Yeah. But welcome to week 6. Time flies. Empowering success, the synergy of health in trading and beyond. Health is more than just the absence of illness. It's the foundation of our aspirations, dreams, and achievements. I mean, this thing breaks it down. Exercise, break down decoding the CME gap enigma, the dynamics of gap filling. I mean, you want to know the stuff. Bitcoin's future, navigating the rise and tide of institutional interest. And I mean, this will blow your mind. I'm telling you right now, these are things that you want to know every week. Sign up to the weekly newsletter today, right here. I'll put the link here. Jump on in. It'll blow your mind. All right. We have so much for you to enjoy and watch. It's not just this live stream. We want you to do more. We have more links for you, more things, more fun, more attention to detail than you would ever imagine. All right. No, I hope I didn't. There we go. Sometimes. Lifer, are you long? I've said I'm long like 100 times now. All right. I even have the trade right here with the stop loss and the take profit. I'm one of the few traders that actually shows you the trade that I'm making. There it is right there. There's the entry we entered last night. There's the stop loss. There's the take profit. Again, I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying do should be taken as financial advice. Just showing you what I'm doing. I'm looking at the risk reward 2.95. I also show you my risk. I always have a stop loss. I always look at risk. You ever use Hikanashi? I have in the past here and there. And shout out to the first super chat from my man AED. Or Seud. God bless you. Thank you for the $70.99. Seize the day, man. Okay, so live, let's go. Thank you, Shano. And shout out to my team, Sean. And it's going to be Sean's birthday soon, man. God bless you, Sean. We love you. So nice to celebrate another birthday with my team. It's like, so here, we like to trade on MEXC. That's where I feel like they have the best coins. And when coins are new, they have access to them very, very fast. Join the trading group today where you would have been able to see how to trade PERP, learn all sorts of different things. And like last night, I put out FITFI, a quick 8% on 10x leverage. It was 80% gains. Bang, bang, bang. You know, I woke up this morning to some amazing testimonials. Oh, AMB, I'm going to take a look at that alert for free for you. Let's take a look here. So I've been watching this consolidation for AMB, looking interesting, right? And it's showing me that it can probably likely get a pretty big move to the upside. The daily is getting oversold. Wants to pump up to the 200 SMA. It's above this high volume node, which tells me it can continue up. It's got a low, a high, a higher low. It's been in an uptrend ever since. The date here is August 17th, so almost a 2-month uptrend we're coming up on to a 1.5-month uptrend. I like what I'm seeing for this coin. All right. 4-hour needs to come on down, so I'm waiting for it, just watching it consolidate in this tight zone. AMB, Air Dow on KuCoin. All right. We do trade KuCoin too as well. Link in the description below to KuCoin and to MEXC. All right. Funding rate positive on Bitcoin. Short squeeze incoming. I'm degenning 200x on MEXC. Be careful, please. The gains in the 99 are unreal. Shout out to Lifer Adam, man. God bless you. Yeah, it's really like what people do in the 99 trading group is just insane. I love what this man said. Like, some people are like, why join a trading group? I know how to trade. He goes, since I found the Lifer YouTube, it was all made without the group. All right. Yesterday at work, 80% call from the group. So it means one call made me more than my entire week on my own. Work smart, not hard. Will be great to say it there after I join the group. You know, it's like, but he's saying, bam, I mean, like, but amazing gains. And then he said he joined the, you know, he got a call from the group and boom, made more gains than he'd ever made on his own. Right. The dollar is starting to break down. I told you that already. It's most likely that's what's going to happen. I've given you guys the keys to the city. Some of you just can't believe it, even though it's right in front of you. Like, I'll give you all the charts. Like, I'll give you Tether dominance, Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin. It's all out there. I'll tell you I'm long. I'll do it all. You still will doubt the lifer, man. There was a saying, never doubt the lifer, and I didn't make it up. Someone made it up in my trading group because it seemed like every time someone was like, I'm going to short that, it would be like, oh, man. Like, I told you we had hidden bullish. Like right now, look, Casper on the 15 does have hidden bullish divergence. See it swinging up while this swings flat? Tells you the trend could continue to the upside too. If this 15-minute dump comes down on the stochastic, see, it's all about momentum. That's why I love the momentum indicator. If this comes back down and resets, it tells me that the bears have no momentum. And if the bears have no momentum, what do you think is going to happen next? Exactly. So here, I have this drawn out, not to tell you that we're definitely going to dump in a bear flag. I just wanted to see for myself, where would we end up if this does take a move down? 4.8, right? Stop loss and take profit, you have to do yourself, but signals are in. Much love. I will join the 99 soon. Just want to know it has only a trading setup group or proper signals group with target profits and stop loss mentioned in every signal. We don't do that, man. We don't want to give you that in every signal. If you want that, go somewhere else. And I know that's rude, but we want to teach you how to be able to find your own signals. If you join a signal, really, man, I was in a signals group for years. It did nothing for me. I was in a signals group for about a year. Also, the owners of signals groups usually buy the things right before you do. And if you don't get in it right after the signal, you only get like 5% of the 15 or 10% move. You don't want to be in a signals group. Trust me. They don't work, man. They're trash, bro. You know what I mean? I agree with what he said. No offense. Signal. I 100% agree with you, bro. I've been through them. We all know. We want to teach you. This is an educational group that teaches you. I rebuild your subconscious mind. I make you believe you're going to become a multimillionaire. We pushed you to the next limit mentally, spiritually, physically, and then we bring the trading education. Like, this is an all-out school. This is a life school ready to push you to the next limit, baby. You know what I mean? We are not financial advisors. We'll never tell you what to buy or sell. We'll never take control of your portfolio. Nothing like that. I'm a teacher. You're a student, but we will push you. We will educate you in many ways to push you to the limit. All right? Look what this guy said, Elvis Profit. The Crypto Lifer group on Discord is by far the best group I've ever been a part of. They for sure make you feel like a family, and you learn more than you could ever imagine. Thank you so much for saying that, man. I really appreciate that. And we got to clip that out, guys. I'll clip it out, but I probably will forget. So clip that out, my friends. I really appreciate that. Confirmed. The premium trading view can draw all the patterns with measured moves. We're not copy traders, we're lifers. It can, but it's not that good. You know, you go here to technicals, right? You go to patterns, and you can right now on CAS, I can ask it to find all chart patterns, right? And it's going to find me every single chart pattern. Like right there, it found the falling wedge, and it told me that that's the target of the falling wedge. Amazing, right? See that? But like, to me, like, I don't know, man. Everyone wants the easy way out. Like, I can draw 2 white lines and find out where price is going, you know? And like, that's a little weird anyway. Like, but it works. It works. But that's if, you know, last awaiting all. It's like scanning all of them right now. Is that what it's doing? Oh yeah, settings in progress. So you got to wait for it to finish. It's going to find every single pattern that it was ever done on this thing, right? Yeah, call groups. Yeah, I've been in them too. There too. And I was skeptical and watched for a year before joining. After following Sammy and watching him daily for a year straight, I made a decision that changed my life and joined. Crypto Bear Baker, man, we love you. I will join soon. I want to learn more. Jump on in, man. Give me 2 months of your life. 3 months for $270. It's 3 months. If for $330, I'll teach you the class too, and then you'll be ready to rock. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to give you the education that you desire and that you need for yourself. It's going to be an investment in yourself. It's going to be an investment in yourself. All right? All right, moving forward. So Bitcoin dominance, we covered a lot today. I'm really happy with kind of our analysis of the market. Let's take a look at the ES1 S&P futures and take a look at what's happening there on the CME. So we called this bullish divergence. Remember, we should get a bounce back up. That back, you know. We got it there, but this was bigger. We did get the bounce back up. We did get back inside the pattern, and I said we had to for everything to kind of be hunky-dory. Kind of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder there. I see that. Open-minded to the fact that we could get a bounce. And the 1 hour right now not looking good. So what we need right now is for this to reset, but not lose the pattern. Right now, the 1 hour wants to dump on us on the S&P. Uncorrelated to Bitcoin, as you can see. And it seems like we're getting rejected by 4,500, right? But the 1 hour does want to break us further down. Let's hope we just go sideways. We respect the trend line. We make some symmetrical triangle here. We break up to the upside. Kind of a shoulder head and a right shoulder there too. You know, some inverted H&S vibes. It's all about this POC. If we can flip 45.16, we're on our way further to the upside. All right. We also have to get back above the 200 EMA. Start adding the EMA. It's a really good sign of when you're bullish or bearish. Very similar to the 200. They almost work together. Like, see the EMA and the simple and the EMA, they're very similar. You know, not much difference. Little difference, slight, not much though. It's really all about the 200 SMA, baby. We get back above that, you know, we can kind of get ourselves a move on here. Super chats, BRISE on MEXC, CHR, AZERO, Trump 24, and to use Hikanashi. I've used Hikanashi in the past, but because I don't, you know, you see I have it set, I have the setting right there just in the fly. But you see, because I don't, and what Hikanashi does is it shows you green and red, but I don't know, I've never used it. I've never sat and studied it for more than 5 hours straight, 7 hours straight, you know. You want to get back above 4,500. I mean, that's a psychological resistance area for the S&P, right? 15 minutes suggests that you're going to get a bounce here. So let's see what the 15-minute can do. If the 15-minute can get you back above 4,509, then you're going to be pretty good with the fact that the 1 hour probably won't dump you too bad. And that's what you're looking for. Let's take a look at the NQ, which is the E-mini and NASDAQ futures. Same thing going on here. And remember, we called this idea. We said there's the reversal back up on the bullish divergence. We called this for you, and it did, in fact, do the same thing. That was yesterday on the live, if you remember correctly, September 19th. You know, the channel started September 19th of 2019, and so the channel is 4 years old, baby. 4 years only. I can't believe that. 4 years is not a lot of time to begin what we started and to do what we did. You know what I mean? I'm still amazed that it's been 4 years. So may God bless everybody on the channel birthday, 4 years. We're about to hit 5 million views on the channel, if you can believe that. I'm still amazed by it. It's absolutely beautiful. 5 million views in total. A million, hundreds and thousands, you know, I think over a million watch hours. So 2 hours and 49 minutes from the next meeting. Okay. Fed 99%. We know they're not going to raise rates. We know that. That's, you know what I mean? This has been spot on. But it's funny. We're going to see all the favorite people. Jerpal, I love all those people. You know, Cody. We know all the same journalists that ask the same, you know, similar questions every time and where they're from. We're all getting to know them. Isn't it so fun, all of us together? Oh, Fed Day every time. But get ready for Fed Day. It's going to be amazing. I'm excited. You should be excited. I usually bring some new people into the trading group because new people see us every Fed Day. We get 6,000 to 7,000 views. It does pretty well. And I love it. And we also cover it on the small time frames. And we also watch Bitcoin closely. So you're looking for a bounce here on the 15-minute. Looks like Bitcoin wants to bounce. S&P wants to bounce. Or actually, S&P and the NASDAQ both look like they want to bounce on the 15-minute. Now, here's the deal. The 15-minute will give you the bounce. Do you double top and dump? Or do you get above this and retest? This is going to be a big test for you at 15.32. 15.432, sorry. 15.432. It's very rare in a circus to have the audience ask the clown questions. Oh, my gosh. Hey, be easy. You're the best teacher I've ever had. Thank you. Shout out to FUD Expert. You fall asleep and wake up and there's 20 to 40 new updates and setups from Sam. The guy never stops. And that's not to mention the elites and the 99. God bless you. God is love, man. We love you. I really appreciate that. If you join a Signals group, what would you do if they go away? They wouldn't even know where to start. At least here, you learn how to trade. Amen. See what he just said, dude? Yo, you're done with us. You're going to know how to trade. We build elite traders. We want you to become an elite. We want you to join us. You know? Then Powers answer the questions without answering the questions. It's amazing watching him say nothing. And the markets go wild. Watching Sammy DT live on Fed Days is mind-boggling. Crypto Bear Baker, I love you, man. Sam has too much integrity to be the POTS. You're funny. So big idea. Can Casper get the bounce? That's what we're looking for. 15-minute overbought. We're going to have to kind of see how we get through this. This will likely follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin takes a dump. Casper probably will too. Bitcoin goes sideways. Casper will do whatever it wants. And Bitcoin pumps. Casper may pump. So Bitcoin does have a lot on what's happening for the rest of the markets. Bitcoin sitting at 27, 130, 140. They're keeping it trapped. They're doing a really good job of just keeping liquidity where they want, right? Up until, and if that's not a signal of kind of like how manipulated the markets are by big money, the markets are manipulated. Everyone knows that. Learning how to play around the manipulation is how you make money. See, that's the difference. That's why people who trade all the time know how to trade and people who don't. Because they're going to manipulate us. A year or two from now, they're going to change it again. But we're going to be able to see subtle things. Like recently, they're doing that thing that I'm showing you where they break you out of a pattern like they did it here. They keep breaking the falling wedge, coming back in, and then the falling wedge eventually plays out. See, I've got them now. But what they did here is they faked a bunch of people out. They get them to go long. They have all the stop losses here for the longs. They shred them all. They get all the stop losses here to go short, and then they come up and get all those stop losses, right? That's technically what an inverted head and shoulder is. Isn't that funny? That's why if you trade patterns, you technically can trade against the market. So comes down, they get everyone to short. Oh, too much money there. They rip it back up, all right? But when they rip it back up, there's so many shorts down, there's so many longs down here. And there's still some longs that longed right here too, or that maybe have been in from a long up in here. And so there's a bunch of longs. So they go and get all the longs, right? When they do that, they induce a massive short squeeze. I mean, they create a bunch of people that want to short. Stop losses get built. They come back up and get all the shorts again. But then, you know, people think it's cool to long. Now, not enough people because they got the chunk down here, but just enough for them to scoop back down, which creates some of the shorts to still be in the short that never got stopped out, and to add, goes, oh, now I'm going to add, because they don't know how to read an inverted head and shoulder, and then it rips those people up. At this point, where is the deepest trough? It's down here. So if the trough is deepest, where are the most stop losses? Probably up in here. And so then it cleans up, and that is an inverted head and shoulder. That's what happens inside an inverted head and shoulder. We should clip this. This is gold. And this is a teaching moment I've never had or done on the channel. But that, I'm telling you right now, is the explanation of why patterns play out, because that's what's happening. You have to learn the knowledge inside the pattern. What sold me with Sam was his ability to show us great TA with no paid for indicators. Crypto 420. Yeah, it's already expensive out here. It's already tough. You got to get TradingView, right? Sometimes you want to get an AltTradey, which I love, in my description below. You want to use AltTradey to make automated great trades. And then on top of that, yeah. So like I just showed you how to do patterns, right? And I guess I could click this input style visibility. And I can click the patterns that I only wanted to find only falling wedges, right? Now it only finds the previous falling wedge that you had, or it finds all of them. Maybe you can do history or not history. Sometimes you can turn history on and off. What does in progress mean? Like, enable the search for incomplete patterns that are in the process of being formed. Okay, yeah. Now if you do the rising wedge, does it find the rising wedge? Like, how come it didn't show that one? Or it only does it in real time? So you definitely want them all clicked on because you don't know what it's going to show you, right? I mean, this is cool, I guess, for someone learning because, you know, we didn't have this stuff like even like, maybe they did 10, 20 years ago, but they're definitely getting more. There's definitely more for you, you know? Like, I already seen that falling wedge, so, I mean, I get it. I like being hands-on. I love the fact that it's hands-on, all right? Fudd Asperg said it's the first setting in all patterns. Last awaiting all. There you go. There you go. So it found every single pattern for you. Wow, he called this descending triangle pretty nicely. They called this falling wedge with the target up here pretty nice. They called this rising wedge, but that didn't play out, you know. They called these tops. Gave you some targets there. It's not bad. But again, I mean, you want to be doing, I think you want to do this stuff yourself, right? Awaiting and reach, last awaiting. And we had it on only awaiting or last awaiting. I think awaiting and reached, right? Last awaiting, yeah. I mean, there's the pump right there. Look at that. Casper booming. And that is, did Bitcoin get a pump? No, but Casper just got a massive pump to the upside. You see that? Look at that. Blasted. That's the 1 hour retest for Casper. Trying to induce the longs. It makes you want to go long right there hard, right? I mean, the 1 hour looks beautiful. We just got the candle right now as we're talking. Another thing about this channel is you can make money live with me. Like, we make money together here. Right? Look, it's looking at this like a rising wedge that will break to the downside, which I was also looking at. But it's not always going to be correct. Remember that. It's not always going to be correct. I like how it switches in time frames, though, and it shows you different patterns on different time frames. This is pretty cool, man. I'm chasing green candles. They usually don't end well for me. Never chase a green candle. When you see a candle like this pumping and you want to get in and you feel the need to get in and you're like, oh, I want to jump in on that. Go to the 1 minute, go to the 5, and what you have to do is you have to just, you have to map it out. This has to make some type of flag on the 1 minute time frame for me to get in. It could continue to pump, though. Like, believe me, you may miss the pump, but the key is to never chase, right? Chasing will wreck you. 15 minutes very overbought here. 7 minute too as well. Could be a stop gobble. This could come right up, wick right back down, and then dump. Just be careful. All right, they're going to use emotions on everything today, no matter what. But yeah, we showed you another cool idea here, and how I found that simple is go to indicators, technicals, patterns, all chart patterns, which is new. They just added this like maybe last week or something. Before you had to pick them, it's kind of annoying. But now you can pick them, and then you can see every pattern that you need. I'll make a short video of that. We'll turn it into like a quick little TikTok, Yeah, see, someone jumped right in there. They're rocked right now. They got wrecked, you know what I mean? Never chase a green candle. And look, it got rejected by the what? The 200 SMA. See that? There was a gap in the VRVP there. I'm telling you, man, those gaps in the VRVP. This kind of looks shoulder, head, kind of a right shoulder pop. It's amazing. We saw that live. You saw how fast that candle was made? That's why it's like, it's a deadly game out here, man. Either you're in or you're out. Like, you're focused on your limit orders. And we got rejected by a POC too at 5.2. We went to exactly 5.2088. I have 5 limits defending 2705. Sam, how's the heat map looking? It's just battling 27,150, man. Exactly where we've been for like 2 days, for a day and a half now. 27,150. All right, let's get into all of the super chats. Shout out to everybody here. God bless you all. Let's run into the news real quick too. We'll get the news done a little quicker than normal today. There's a lot going on today. I know a lot of people are kind of anxious about some other things. I won't discuss them here on my channel. I keep my channel TA. I don't want like gossip running through the halls of my school, so to speak. All right. I want this to be the place where we stick to the topics, we stick to the discipline, and we don't get caught up in the nonsense. Shout out to everybody here. My name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I go over the news on my YouTube channel, Crypto Lifer. I am the Crypto Lifer. Together, the Lifers, we just have a great community. I'm in love with it. And today I give you a 3 to 5 minute news segment that breaks down what's happening in fintech, Web3, and cryptocurrency. Let's break it down. Let's see what's happening. Coinbase launches campaign to drive crypto legislation in the U.S. Coinbase ad campaign calls for crypto users to contact their Congress member to support national legislation. Yeah. Hey, can we please make some rules here? Coinbase initiated a campaign encouraging crypto users to get in touch with their congressional representatives. Remember, we the people. Let's say that again. We the people. Not we the government, not they the government tells us what to do. It's we the people tell them what to do. We want to use cryptocurrency. They don't want us to. We tell them we want it. We tell them we want regulation. We vote for the people. We send them to Washington. They do what the people want us to do. Let's go. Let's go. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's time for a voice. I like this. I'm behind this. Let's roll, baby. Contact your local representative. Let them know, hey, I need representation for cryptocurrency, right? So there's a significant number of crypto owners, including Arizona, California, Georgia, Illinois, New Hampshire, Nevada, Ohio, Wisconsin, according to the blog released on Tuesday. It's hosting an event on September 27th, bringing together innovators and entrepreneurs and developers from across the U.S. who will travel to D.C. to engage in public advocacy with members of Congress and government officials. They will explain how crypto is creating jobs and economic activity in their home states and just how important it is for the U.S. not to pursue an enforcement-only approach that is driving jobs, innovation, and leadership out of the United States. Let's become the innovators we are. Let's prove to them that this legacy system of parasitic bankers that are kind of enthralled into the lobby system and married to these unelected bureaucrats and we can really get to the bottom of what's happening. Arbitrum blockchain traders can now protect against impermanent loss. Really? Gamma Swap developers say it's the first application to allow Arbitrum users to hedge against supplied liquidity by letting them go short on those positions. Decentralized trading service Gamma Swap today launched on Arbitrum Network in a move developers say could benefit liquidity providers on popular blockchains by offering a way of protecting against what's known as impermanent loss. Gamma Swap allows decentralized finance users to borrow liquidity provider tokens from an automated market makers and short them, hedging against supplied collateral or creating lower risk trading strategies. Shorting is a strategy for profiting from a drop in the price of an asset. You know, that sounds great, but it also kind of says to me that you have people who are shorting and they'll be in the back end. They'll get impermanent loss stopped, but then eventually they could lose the short and lose the, you know what I mean? It can get messy, man. The more and more you start adding layers of risk onto the risk that you already have, I feel like it can get a little sketchy. I like it. It's kind of a cool idea, but I can kind of see the, I don't know, the behind the scenes of this idea. And to me, I don't know. It's cool, but it opens up a little bit of over trading, I feel like, and getting a little too deep into the water there when it comes to liquidity, so to speak. No pun intended. Protocol Village Vera Layer 1 chain backed by Polkadot's Gavin Wood launches its mainnet. Gavin, man, I like Polkadot. It did great, but it's is it going to go to $100 in the next bull run? We don't know. But Gavin Wood does make amazing things. So we know the Vera Network, Layer 1 decentralized, created in partnership with the Gear Foundation, backed by Polkadot, has launched its mainnet, marking a deep leap forward in dApps. So keep that on your radar, Vera Network. You know that usually Gavin Wood touches some good things. Pyth, the blockchain data Oracle, announced the launch of Perseus upgrade. The Perseus upgrade will be a major improvement to the Oracle network. Algorand has opened a registration for Build a Bull and some other interesting things. But the Vera Network, keep that on your radar. That's a new chain out with its own mainnet, a Layer 1. You may never heard about it before, but today you've heard about it on the channel. So that is where we stand. We're going to jump on out of here a little early. There's the dump of the NASDAQ to the downside. Bitcoin also taking a bit of a toll to the downside. Is Caspa also getting that dump, or is Caspa forming some nice, what you want to see? Also, see when price action gets in between the 21 and the 200 SMA, it's like a squeeze point for a pretty nice push to the upside. Don't chase green candles. Flag out the 5-minute. If this thing can make us a nice little flag here, or even can get a pump above the 200 SMA, it's going to continue to the upside. It's pretty close to price discovery. Just always, why do you trade a pattern? Because patterns create probability. I'm a strictly math person, stuck to the math. The math is me and it is what it is, right? So for me, I got to do only what the math says. So when there's a green candle moving, is there any math there? No, everybody. But when I see a falling wedge, I can then say, well, falling wedges break up 68% of the time. And there you go, right? So watch this flag on Caspa. If you're bored at work, if you're at work and you're working, you have things to do, you could be a guy who does the trash, and you could be on the back of the trash truck right now. Set an alert for when your phone vibrates. You know what I mean? Then your phone vibrates. You grab some of the trash. You throw it out. You look at your buddy. You flip it open. You say, I just need a second. He'd be a little tight. You set the trade. You put your phone back in your pocket. You go back to picking up. People make excuses for why they can't trade. They're too busy. They're doing all this and that. If you set alerts, if you know your system and you study your system, then you're going to know where you want to enter. You just got to set alerts around those areas and then execute, man. It's not that hard. People just make it harder than it has to be. All right? And if you're not using alerts, you're going to struggle in trading. Period. You can't stare at the chart every 5 seconds and look at every single thing that you want to trade. You can spend 2 to 3 hours breaking it down. Look at me. I run a trading group. Some days I have to do things, go to a wedding and stuff, right? But I can still provide you with the knowledge and the gains because I'm focused and disciplined. Stay focused and disciplined. I'm telling you right now, it'll change your life. All right? I wouldn't talk about things Gavin has touched. Literally me at work. Only learning something new today. Thanks, Sammy. Okay, learn something new. There you go. Sam for president. We don't know that presidents are selected and not elected. Do we not know? Yeah, exactly. I hope we're not going on that new math they're teaching these days. Men lie, women lie. The charts don't lie, man. Shout out to Steve. Amen. I'm with that idea. Let's take a look at CHR getting tighter in the zone. And honestly, next up in line really to make some type of move here. Only has perpetuals on MEXC. Would have sworn that I drew this already. Maybe I have the KuCoin chart up right now. All right, so there you go. All right, slip into the downside here now, right? And kind of getting a descending triangle vibe now. That's another thing about trading. You have to know when to pull your bias. You have to know when like an idea that you're pushing out isn't working. You have to be okay with moving on. You know what I mean? This could double bottom here. We could be looking at a bit of a double bottom. It's got a cup and a handle still vibe that could break out. You lose this level, you're dropping right down to here though. So you gotta maintain 9.6. What I like about it is it's just so close to risk. Like you don't have to risk a lot to see what could happen. It was in a nicer channel, like, you know, yesterday and the day before. It was kind of looking more like this. But since it's fallen down and done a bearish retest there, it's got some strong bullish div right here. Is that swinging down while the RSI is swinging to the upside? We will see. The 15-minute probably wants to point out a lot of things. The 15-minute doesn't look good in a lot of, yeah, see? And I'll be honest, a lot of days I've been trading many assets in my life, and the 15-minute has been what, you know, had I, you know, you watch the 15-minute and that's how you take the dump to the downside. So, I'm not saying this is guaranteed to happen. We just got to maintain. A lot of these coins, just like Bitcoin, they've got to kind of stay in their zone, right? This is usually the stop hunt for the NASDAQ. If we go to the 1 minute, they're trying to scare people, right? They're gonna be going after the people that are overly leveraged today. Right? You don't see me, you know, I have a future at the trade open, but I'm not like going crazy live trading like yesterday. It's different. We have Fed day today. You got to know when to pull back the reins, and you got to know when to go hard. And you can't do both whenever you want. All right. So, working and trading all day long, man. Crypto father of three. God bless you. You're dedicated. You're going to do it. All right. Let's take a look at BRISE on MEXC. All right. We're going to get through these super chats for you right now. BitRise, BRISE, baby, BRISE. Wow, this thing got slammed, huh? So let's double click price action, just look at it by itself. And I've just taken some moving averages off of my chart to make them clear, as we have a lot more new people come in to watch the stream a lot. And when I had all those moving averages on there, I definitely think it kind of, you know, it could look a little like, And because I'm such a mad scientist, I don't want to give the bat, you know, I don't want to throw people off. I want them to see how concise and clean we can be. So I thought, what do you guys think? Good idea, bad idea? Let me know. And I'm open-minded to whatever you guys think. Much love, Sam. Spaghetti, LOL. Thank you much. Great start here. Have a beautiful day. Shout out to BitMac. Yep. All right, so here we have is a swing down to swing down. And then we have kind of a flat price action here on the RSI, right? MACD also kind of losing and getting kind of tight, showing lack of momentum either way. Slight bullish divergence here on BRISE. Are you hitting the bottom? I mean, you're the lowest you've almost ever been, right? Now, if you believe in this and you believe it could come back, yeah, rounded bottoms pay the bills. I'm not a fan of this long term, but I do think it's an exchange token, right? It can continue to do well over time. But this is what I see. I mean, yeah, you may get a swing to the upside here, pop, but like, it's likely just consolidating, and these are where you would want to consolidate into January and December of 2024, you know? Big hug to you and your wife. Sorry about the very sad news. Be there for her. Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah, we were, you know, we had a baby for about 5 weeks, we thought, and you know, it ended up not happening. So I was excited. She was excited. You know, we found out on Sunday, I think. Monday, I believe. So whatever. It is what it is, man. Blessings on blessings. It is what it is. AZERO. Let's take a look at AZERO on MEXC ALF0. And, I mean, the thing is super low. Got a pump here on the daily. I used to see this thing getting pushed on the comments like a lot on my videos by like some, so Some coin I just never really paid attention to. When I see that, it just turns me off, you know. But it broke out on the daily. Right? Nice little breakout. It had some strong bullish div right there. And even my indicator here, the div indicator had the bullish green R's telling you that there was a bullish divergence. Okay. So sorry to hear, Sam. God bless you and your family. No worries, man. It's all good. Damn, stay strong, Sammy. It's all good, man. Honestly, to me, I had 2 kids. You know, it's never happened to me before. Many people it's happened to, right? Like, it's not that insane. So, it's all good. You know, whatever I submitted to God, I really have. Whatever God, if God wanted that, then it was great. If God didn't want it, then it's fine. Like, I'm telling you right now, once you submit to God, it takes away all the mystery. Like, you don't have this pain, right? You really just don't have the pain. Someone said Casper and price discovery. No, not really. It was. It's not anymore. We're watching this 5-minute flag. We're not chasing. And see, look, a lot of people would have just gone crazy, right? I told you, calm down. Look, we got rejected by the 200 SMA. When you know your moving averages, you begin to breathe. You realize price just isn't going to do whatever it wants, like, for the most part. Sometimes it can. And then tell yourself that you know nothing but the fact you're in ignorance, too. Telling yourself that you don't know where price is going is the greatest thing you can do. It's the greatest thing that you can do. It's the best thing that you can do. All right. So look, you have a strong POC here. You flip that, you can start to get a move up to the 200 SMA. So you're looking to break back above 92 cents. You know, you break 92 cents, things can go pretty well. Look at your 1 hour time frame, still pushing up, but you're far away from the 21. Look at your 15. You know, so again, same as like Bitcoin, you know, or Caspa, like we're flagging out the 15-minute. See how it does, and we could possibly get a move up. You know, so. Yeah. Actually, that was pretty good. So yeah, that's what I'm looking like for AZERO. I hope that hooked you up, give you some good information. Bitfinex 90% Bitcoin short now. Oh my gosh, what a wild day. Yeah, and today is a BOOKMAP trading competition. Let's talk about it. And I'm sorry I didn't get to do BOOKMAP yesterday. I wanted to talk about the BOOKMAP trading competition. Did they have it on their website? Let's see here. Here we go. BOOKMAP trading competition. Ready to step up your trading game and win big. Join the BOOKMAP's first ever trading competition. Dive into the strategy refinement, your trading knowledge, and grab your chance and one of the 3 stellar prizes. Registration is now closed. All right. Discover the prizes. Each prize offers a deep dive into BOOKMAP trading insights. Lifetime Global Plus up to $2,000, right? Lifetime Global Plus subscription. And third, 1 year of Global Plus subscription. It was pretty awesome, right? Time and duration. The competition takes place September 20th until September 22nd. So it starts today and it goes for 2 days. All right. You're trading Bitcoin only. All right. That's it. Everyone's starting a virtual 100,000 for the trading competition. Your maximum trading position is determined by your account balance. All right. Participants can place market limit stop orders, even use brackets from the BOOKMAP TCP during the competition. Please note the brackets will be client-sided and managed by BOOKMAP. Pretty cool, right? This guy's already started with 972 of realized profit at 1123 a volume. Interesting. With my aunt dying too, I went through a lot last week and just a lot of family stuff. So I just, I apologize. I would have been in the competition, right? I'm going to ask if we can do another one soon, maybe like in the next month, and we'll start it up again. So you're watching the flag for Casper. If it stays at the flag, you can continue to pump. It could be rejected here and continue to dump down. I do see some big bearish div on the 4 hour time frame that tells me to be careful. All right. It warns me. I'm wary of that. Super chats, BLZ and Trump, and then we're out of here for the day. I'll be back again anyway, so I wanted to kind of end this a little early because I'll be back later on for Fed, you know. Wow, so this thing just keeps mooning. Insanity, right? I put out this idea that it could like just break out of a... I don't even know when I drew this, but wow, it continued to go to 20, 2 and hit the top. Just in the last like 4 to 5 hours, this thing all happened. This happened since 1 in the morning at 8 on September 18th. Wow. Now you got a shoulder, head, shoulder. You're double topping. It's almost like you went like, I mean, that's a parabola, really, like, wow. But it could be just getting ready for these bigger steps. Look at our 3-day chart. No, 3 days over about. The 2-day actually has some legs, though. It's like, and it just got a golden cross. The rising wedge broke to the upside exactly like it was supposed to. And it even hit the measured move. It's just amazing. The measured move is the length of the base of the pole here. That's just amazing. Can I have a taco? No? Why? Because you said so. You know, there's a chance this does continue. I don't know what's going on with this thing, but it's got some major, major craze going on with it. Ever since we started looking at it down here, it's been on an absolute parabolic tear. And it hasn't really done the steps yet, like step 1, step 2, step 3. Kind of like we saw. So volatility's up a little bit. You can see the market's kind of moving around. When these numbers start flipping all around, that's when I know there's volatility, right? When it's like, so that's like we're looking at really the whole market right now. We got gold pumping. We got the Dow pumping. And I did something else, which is really interesting. I'm going to show you towards the end of the stream about October, all right, and the October effect. That's going to be really interesting. You can even call it, look, Halloween effect in trading, right? The Halloween effect in investing and trading, all right? I don't know why it's not loading. Give me this one. The Halloween effect in the stock market. A weird event called the Halloween effect happens around October and November each year. If you're prepared for it and you know what to look for, it can make you a lot of money. And we can play this video. Alicio is in there breaking it down, talking about it, all that. And year-on-year history proves that your stock investments will perform better if you bought in November and sold them in April, right? And the Halloween effect, and really to start to begin to build the positions in October, right? So what I looked at, I was like, can I find this to be true? So I looked at the Dow Jones Industrial, and I made a plot for you guys on the weekly. And I found every October that I could find, all right, in the last 14 years. I sat doing this for about, I don't know, a couple hours the other day. And I saw, look, you bought here in October of 2010, the market went up beautifully. You bought here in October 2010, the market went up beautifully. You bought here in October, the market went up beautifully. You bought here in October. Here's the one where it went up, then came down, but by the next October, you were still in the money. Then this one just went beautifully up. Came back down, but you were still in the money by next October. This one, massive dump, right? I believe that was 2018. We were still in the money by next October. Even if you bought right here in the Black Swan event of the pandemic, where we dumped so bad, by next October, you'd still be up a little bit, right, from your buy. Isn't that insane if you just waited a year patiently and didn't even worry about the nonsense? And then this one would have been the moon of moons. Like, they printed so much money that it was the greatest October buy ever of 2011. Look at that. Or 2021, actually. Sorry, the 11th one is 2021, yeah. And then that October there, we took a dump, all right? So that October was the worst one. That was the first October, the one of 2021, that if you had bought in, you would have been down by the next October. It was the first time in 20 years, since basically 2010, you know? Everything okay? Yeah. That was my vitamin D? Yeah. Thank you, sweetie. Anyway, so here we are approaching October. The odds are we're going to get a bit of a run. And the odds are if you buy now and hold till next year, you'll be in the money by next October. All right, unless we get a Black Swan event. But this was a major bullish div here on the weekly, on the S&P, on the div. We hadn't seen it. The only time we seen it was right there, really. It had been a long time. It usually tells you a big move is coming. I also see consolidation. Like we're getting ready to consolidate into a bull pennant here that could really rip on the Dow Jones. So a lot of people think we're in for a recession and markets are going to tank. And anything, I'm open-minded. This could be a double top. But, and again, once we lose a key area, I'll be able to tell you that we're going to drop. So don't worry, I'll know because we'll lose a key area. I'll see the bearish div and I'll have the lines drawn. And believe me, I was able to find out that even before this dump happened, I was talking about the fact that we were going to get some type of pullback. Anyway, this would blow your mind. This is all the Octobers since 2010. 14 years of Octobers. Unbelievable, right? And guess what month is coming up? In just 10 days. Oh my God, is it October? I think it is. I'm super excited. All right. Bitcoin's still at 27. Let me guess. 150. Oh my God, 140. Oh my gosh, it's sideways like I said it was going to be last night when I went to bed. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Oh my gosh, I am just a predictor of the markets. How did I know we were going to go sideways for the last 2 days? So anyway, so nothing has really changed. We're all pretty kind of tight and right now. And last but not least, let's take a look at Trump 2024. Is just a coin we're going over here. Please don't label me. And it got rugged. It got rug pulled. Look at that thing. And just be careful trading any of these memes. They're tiny memes, you know. Attempting to make a giant Adam and Eve double bottom. If it does that and it starts to swing on out, and it makes a little bit of a cup and handle there, possibly could be a move. Am I trading this? I don't think so, and not because I have I don't want to be pejorative to anyone's ideas. I'm not trading this because it's a small low cap meme coin, and I just right now for me it's not meme season, so I'm all set. I'm all set. The trade of the day we're going to be watching is Caspa. We get either short or long. It looks like there's going to be some volume coming out of this puppy. So likely we could get a nice pump here to the upside. So I'll be watching Caspa closely, and I'm in Bitcoin. And we'll be back to watch BTC like we do during Jerome Powell's speech. I'll have my team put it out in about a half an hour. You'll probably see the thumbnail. And we'll be back in about 2 hours and 35 minutes, something about that. Super chats are clear. No super chats were left unchecked in the making of this stream. God bless everybody. I'm out of here. Have a great day. And look, Bitcoin getting a nice pump right now. And look, it's pumping out of this. It's pumping out of a symmetrical triangle. See that? I'm long. That 5 minute is breaking out nicely to the upside. Look for a pump for Bitcoin back to the top of this channel. Regardless of Fed meeting, Bitcoin is on the way back up. I am long, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Cup and handle for Bitcoin. If you're just joining me, I give usually a call for Bitcoin every day, unless it's so confusing I don't, which happens once out of every 30, 40 days. I'm long right now. Stop loss here. Take profit up here at 2.95 risk reward ratio, which is basically a 3. And I like what I'm seeing here on the 1 hour. It's aggressively pointing to the upside. And the 4 hours also oversold. I want to take that to the upside. The smaller time frames we broke in on. I'm just looking at this little symmetrical triangle that just broke out. All right, nothing crazy. So there you go. I'm long Bitcoin. I've talked about it. I've even given you my stop loss and my take profit. You do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. Everyone, thank you so much for coming on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I'll be back later on today with your pal. I love you all. Peace out. Oh my God, I'm still here. End it. Crypto is life, baby. I love y'all. Thank you. Give me Bitcoin.